warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Global Forecast, where we analyze forces shaping today's world. Today's topic is not about bomb or soldiers. It is about money, oil, and economic pressure. We are discussing how President Donald Trump used economic warfare against Venezuela. Joining me, Nurul Amalia, is Rahmat Maulana, our geopolitical analyst.
Right, thank you, Nurul. When people talk about Trump versus Venezuela, they usually imagine political species of military threat. But the real battlefield was not Caracas or Washington. It was the global financial system. Okay. Trump did not attack Venezuela with weapons. He attacked it with sanctions, embargoes, and financial isolation.
Okay, alright. What exactly do you mean by economic warfare?
Economic warfare is the use of economic instruments to force political change. These instruments include trade embargo, banking restriction, asset freeze, and energy sanction. Under Trump, Venezuela was targeted by one of the most aggressive sanction regimes in modern history. The objective was not simply to punish the government. The objective was not collapse this state economic capacity so that the Maduro government will no longer be able to govern.
Okay, why was Venezuela so vulnerable to this kind of pressure?
Yeah, because Venezuela is an oil development economy. More than 19% of its export revenue comes from oil. When Trump imposed sanctions on Venezuela state oil company PDVSA, he effectively cut off the country's financial bloodstream. Without oil revenue, to government could not import food, could not buy medicine, could not stabilize its currency. This create hyperinflation, right? Third gas and social collapse. In strategic terms, Trump turned Venezuela on economic structure into a weapon against itself.
Okay. What's the goal of sanction really to change Venezuela government? Government.
This is called conserve diplomacy. The idea is simple. If economy suffering becomes severe enough, the population will blame the government and demand political change. The Trump administration openly supported opposition group in Venezuela. Sanctions were designed to weaken state institutions, reduce government salaries, and destabilize public service. In other words, sanctions were not neutral. They were a political weapon aimed at forcing regime change.
Okay, alright. Who suffered too most from these policies?
Alright?
Yes.
not the political elite. The real victim were ordinary Venezuelan cows.
Yes.
Short gas or insulin and antibiotic breakdown
Okay.
in hospital, food insecurity, mass unemployment, million of people were forced or to migrate.
Okay.
From a humanitarian perspective, economy welfare production consequence similar to conventional war but without booms.
Nah, okay. Are sanctions legal under international law?
This is highly controversial. International law protects
Okay.
national separatists, the right to economic development and civilian well-being. Unilateral sanction, especially those that hurt civilians, exist in a legal gray zone. They are not formally declared as acts of war, yet their impact can be devastating. Critics argue that economic warfare violate the spirit of international humanitarian law.
Okay, right. What role does oil really play in this conflict?
Oil is the strategic core of the crisis.
Okay.
By weakening Venezuela's ability to sell oil freely, the United States gained leverage over global energy markets. This is not just about politics; it is about control over one of the largest oil reservoirs on Earth. Okay, closing statement.
Okay.
Trump did not invade Venezuela with tanks. He invaded it with banks, oil sanctions, and financial blockades. In the 21st century, economic power has become the most powerful weapon in global politics. Okay.
Okay, thanks. That was Rahmat on how economic warfare reshaped the Trump Venezuela conflict. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.